DGP, Sylendra Babu, Commissioner Jiva, Publisher Gauri Shankar, and the author of the 3 books to be released, Jayant Murali, colleagues, past and present, well-wishers, and members of the press and well-wishers. I am extremely happy to be here this evening for this function. Mr. Murali's writing is not new to me. I have been following his writings for a long time, particularly the 42 Mondays, which I am supposed to release today. I don't think I have read all the 42, but in between I have been reading, and the language was so fantastic, I couldn't understand many of the words. So after reading it, I will mark a few words and ask him for the meaning. I still remember the first article I read, what algorithm policing, then cloud computing. I don't think any of you will understand unless you are like him, a biochemist. So I used to, morning, I called him over the phone and said, what is the meaning of these words? He gave the meaning. And not only 2, several words. Then suddenly I realized that he was breathing a little hard. So I knew his habit of running long distances, of marathon. So I knew he was doing some physical activity. I asked him, are you running? He said, yes, sir. I am running a marathon. Murali has set the Asian record for the number of marathons, number of half marathons, and several road races. It's a record. I don't think anybody has done so much. So I was wondering, when do you write? When do you do your police work? When do you do your running? Then I realized he doesn't sleep more than 3 to 4 hours. He writes, reads, and attends to his police work. Then in the spare time, run. This is very rare. So today, if he had asked me to say something about his physical activities, I would have done it better. But what he has given me was to say something about the book, which is most of the time beyond my comprehension. There's such language he uses. Of course, we have, again, Sylendra Babu here. He is also a writer. He is also a runner. And many others. But these two are very different. Jayant Murali and Sylendra Babu. I don't know how they manage. I thought those days I was the fittest. I could run so many miles. That is because I was born in the estates, Munar estate, where there was no road, no vehicles. From our school, from our estate to the school was 7 kilometers. So you had to go 7 plus 7, 14 kilometers of walking. Not only I, even the girls did 14 kilometers. There were estates which were farther off, requiring more than 17, 18 kilometers a day. So we are forced to do that. Not that we liked walking, but we had to walk. And from one estate, I had to climb 2,000 meters to go to the Munnar school. So incidentally, last week I was in Munnar. I don't know many of you have seen Munnar. That time it was sort of only hills and estates. Now it has changed so much because now it has become a tourist center. I heard that there are more than 2,000 hotels in Munnar. Most of the managers, European managers' houses have become homestay arrangements. So anyway, somebody found out my number and asked me to come for an alumni meeting. So 10 days ago I went. My wife, daughter, grandson, nobody had seen Munnar. And I haven't seen Munnar for the last 55 years. I left school at 54, in 1954. So we went, we had a very pleasant time. Of course, there was no classmate of mine. I was the oldest. The next oldest must have been about 60 years old. I am 83. But anyway, it was a good opportunity to meet. But running, physical efficiency was part of our life. We used to play football. And when we go to college, very few came to college because walking 14 kilometers, you can't study. You have no time to study. Some of us went to college, some to Kerala, some to Tamil Nadu. And all others took job in the estates itself. So that was the life. So I was happy to meet all that. But as to Mr. Jain Murali's work, he has combined both physical activities, not ordinary physical activities, marathon, 42 kilometers, half marathon, 21 kilometers. And our Sylendra Babu does 4,500 kilometers of cycling. He is the only South Indian, or in my knowledge, who has got the title Randor. But they are doing the official work also. It is not that they are doing only running. They do the work and they are excellent, hardworking, and professionally very efficient officers. So a person like that to write so many books, it is remarkable. So I was particular that I should attend. And I was asked to release one of the 3 books today. I think he has already written 2 books. Today's 3 books are the latest. And luckily for me, I was given the book 42 Mondays, which some of that I have read. If I had been given to review and release the book which Sylendra Babu is supposed to do, I wouldn't have done it because I can't even make out what the title is. You remember? You remember? The title is fantastic. So that is Sylendra Babu's work. Mine was the easiest, 42 Mondays. And 42 Mondays was remarkable. And I couldn't think of any other. His language, capacity to express, all that is beyond my understanding. I must say that. Now, coming to the present type of policing, that's all necessary. Our type of policing was maintaining law and order. If a crime is committed, detect the crime. If that person doesn't admit, if he doesn't say where the property was hidden or sold, he will be beaten. He has to be beaten. Otherwise, how will you get the property back? Suppose somebody commits a murder He doesn't say where the weapon, where the dead body. So our type of policing that time was physical. You had to be physical, otherwise you cannot. But now that things have changed. Now the crime is of a different nature, not physical. It is there. So you need physical activity. Now, last month, 2 months ago, I addressed the sub-inspector cadets who were passing out. So I told them the usual advice: be honest, be sincere, do your work properly, and keep your health. But now that has gone. What do you do with a healthy body? How do you prevent crime? You need a new set of ideas. You will have to prepare, you have to predict what crime they are committing. It is impossible. If I come back to the police, I will be a failure. Because I have been doing only law and order work, crime detection, traffic regulation, such things only. But now, the criminals are far ahead of us in their techniques. Far ahead. And hacking, and computerized crime, and various other forms of crime, they have become experts. But our police are not ready. They are not fit to detect that. Because how do you select a man? How do you select SIs, sub-inspectors? So much height, so much weight, climb the rope, long jump, high jump. It's all necessary, physical efficiency is necessary, but they have absolutely no idea what type of crime is being committed or will be committed in the future and how to prevent it. So the selection itself has to undergo a different thing. It is not a 6-footer. He may look nice, he may be a good traffic man, but will he be able to detect a case? Will he be able to, first of all, understand Murali's books, Murali's predictions, his think for the future? We don't have. So how do you select? The selection process itself will have to be different. You have your physically able fellows, let them do the law and order work, let them control mob, let them control criminals who come out and openly do it. But we need another selection of intelligent fellows. Intelligent fellows who are oriented towards the modern technique. So you must have, it has to come, otherwise we will be lost. Hackers will take us for a ride. Banks, passport office, everywhere they are already doing it. And apart from that, there is a way of unleashing pandemics. I don't know, I've been reading the papers. Now they say China has again a pandemic. I don't know whether they are producing it. Producing pandemics and destroy the rest of the world. Similarly, a single individual can destroy the peace of the country, of the neighborhood, by hacking, by introducing such crime. So we have to learn. Physical efficiency is all right, but it's not enough. Those who are physically active, put it in the AR, put them in the TSP. But for crime detection, you must have a separate set of officers who are well up in the modern techniques of crime. modern techniques of crime which we do not know. So these books, I don't know about the other two books, I am sure you would have written about that. So they are valuable. Now no point in writing, he does rope climbing, he does. As far as I was concerned, I took people like that only. Police means fitness, not brain. Fitness means running, jumping, rope climbing, and such people were taken. And we took a lot of tribals after the Naxalite operation. Because they don't have employment, they became Naxalites. So I used to shot, 1 inch shot, 2 inch shot, doesn't matter, take them. Age difference, take them. So lot of concession I took on my own. I have taken sportsmen, sportswomen, tribals who due to poverty, they cannot reach our heights, our weight. So we took them. But they are good for outdoor work, bandobast, law and order duties. But crime has to be tackled in a different way. So those books must be valuable. I am sure I won't understand the whole thing because I belong to the past generation where the policing was taken in a different angle. A good police officer means who can maintain law and order, who can maintain traffic, who can prevent crime. But now to prevent crime, you need the latest techniques. So Jayant Murali's books will be of great use. So I am sure those who write books should think into those terms. But he can continue his running, continue his activities, plus write books. And as for my own information for you, I started writing a book, autobiography, 10 years ago. Then gave it up. Then when the COVID-19 came, I said, now I can write. That also is going on and on. In the meanwhile, Jayant Murali, who is in the active police duty, has written books. It's remarkable. 3 books, articles, remarkable. Only thing, the language was too good, too sophisticated. So, good, perhaps we will also learn more words, but you must keep a dictionary nearby. Jayant Murali's book plus a dictionary. Then only you can understand. Anyway, excellent. You have done very well. And I am sure you will continue to fight crime, prevent crime, and be one step ahead of the nuclear or algorithmic thing, so that Tamil Nadu police, we are the best. No doubt about that. We are the best in the world. No other country has so much of problem. But we will lose that title if you do not keep up with the coming crime, the technicals. So books like this will be very useful, and I am sure they should be learned by the present set of officers and try to find out who are all capable of doing it. Then follow these books and try to continue as #1 police force in the country. Thank you, sir.